to show a great blessing, the blessing of a new Middle East.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Friday, while addressing the 78th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York City, held up a map of the new Middle East without Palestine, thereby triggering yet another controversy. The new Middle East illustration showed the West Bank and Gaza within the boundaries of Israel. He displayed two maps during his speech. One depicted Israel's geography in 1948, accentuating its seclusion in the Middle East without the Allies. The second illustration included countries that have peace agreements with Israel, which included Egypt, Sudan, UAE, Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, and Jordan. In his speech, he underlined the significance of bolstering ties with Arab countries, with a special emphasis on Saudi Arabia. After his address, he took to social media platform X and wrote, "The greatest achievement in my life is to fight for you, the Israeli people, and for our country. Shabbat Shalom." Netanyahu used the map to show a new era of peace in the Middle East that would include Palestine. However, his staunch critics say that the illustration conveyed the opposite of what was intended. The Israeli Prime Minister was widely denounced on social media for holding up the specific illustration. The Palestinian Authority's representative to Germany, Layat Arifeh, shared a post on X saying, "No greater insult to every foundational principle of the UN than seeing Netanyahu display before the UNGA a map of Israel that straddles the entire land from the river to the sea." Palestine and its people, while attempting to spin the audience with rhetoric about peace in the region, all the while entrenching the longest ongoing belligerent occupation in today's world, he said. But as President Mahmoud Abbas already responded yesterday, delusional are those who think peace in the region is possible without the realization of the full legitimate rights of the Palestinian people. He further added. Netanyahu on Friday told the United Nations that his country was on the cusp of normalizing ties with Saudi Arabia. Peace talks between Israel and Palestinians broke down more than a decade ago, and violence has soared over the past year and a half, with Israel carrying out frequent military raids in the occupied West Bank and Palestinians attacking Israelis. Netanyahu's government has approved thousands of new settlement homes in the West Bank, which Israel captured in the 1967 war and which the Palestinians want for the main part of their future state. Netanyahu has often seemed to revel in using the podium of the General Assembly to lambast Israel's enemies. He famously held up a picture of a cartoon bomb in 2012 to illustrate Iran's advancing uranium enrichment. In 2020, he claimed Hezbollah was stockpiling explosives near Beirut's airport, prompting the Iran-allied militant group to organize an immediate visit by journalists who saw heavy machinery but no weapons. The map he held up this year made no reference to the West Bank, Gaza or East Jerusalem, territories Israel occupied in 1967 that the Palestinians want for their future state. The map appeared to show Israel encompassing all three. The chamber was largely empty during his address, though there was a group of Netanyahu supporters who clapped several times during his speech. Protesters and supporters of Netanyahu demonstrated across the street from the UN headquarters.
Subscribe to One India channel and never miss an update.